So the idea of UnternehmerTUM is the outcome of my master thesis at the TUM School of Management 20 years ago. And I had the chance to do a benchmark between Stanford University in Silicon Valley, which is the leading entrepreneurial university, and our university, the Technical University of Munich. And so the outcome was to start an entrepreneurship center with, similar to that in Stanford, with basically 5 people. And they did basically only entrepreneurship education. And then I came back to Munich and had the chance to pitch the idea to the president of the university and Susanne Klatten, a famous and well-known entrepreneur. And they both said, great idea, let's do it. And so this is how UnternehmerTUM started, and I had the chance to be one of the managing directors of UnternehmerTUM. And after 6 months of operation, and we already did everything which was written in the business plan. And so the first people came out of the seminars, of the business plan seminars, and said, okay, now we have this great business plan. Now we want to start the company. So Helmut, what can you do for us? And so we started the consulting service for startups. And this is the story of UnternehmerTUM. And so we built up this perfect way of serving students from the first idea till IPO. And today, after nearly 20 years, we have more than 250 employees at UnternehmerTUM. And our university, the Technical University, is the leading German entrepreneurial university. And I'm also very proud to now be also on the university board and one of the vice presidents for entrepreneurship. I personally think that the greatest benefit is that you can really realize your own dreams, your own ideas. So you wake up every morning and you have the chance to really pursue the ideas you have, your team has, and you do not need to ask anybody for permission. So every company needs entrepreneurial people. And you need people in your team who have entrepreneurial skills like opportunity recognition, risk-taking, creative thinking, and also winning customers and investors. And so every company needs such people. To have a winning team, you need the right people, and these people should combine skills, especially like leadership, like teamwork, like technical skills, but also sales skills. And everybody has to be really on a high energy level. So disruption is extremely important to really build scalable companies. And if we look at our unicorns out of TUM and UnternehmerTUM, you see that there are many ways for that. So if you look at Flixbus, for example, so their revolution was the liberalization of the long-distance bus market in Germany and Europe. And so they had this new market, and they got the market. If you look at Celonis, for example, they are a leading digital technology company, and their USP is a very special data mining technology, which is unique. And another example is Lilium Aviation, and Lilium has a very unique aircraft design and also a very unique propulsion system. So you see there are many ways to be different and to be leading in your market. So the Corona crisis and the downturn on one side gives opportunities, but also downsides. So from the opportunity perspective, we are now living in times of change, and the markets change, customer behavior is changing, and this is also a great opportunity for companies. So one example is digitalization. So people are now open to use new digital tools, and if you are an entrepreneur who offers great solutions for digital tools, it's your time. And what's also very good for the startups is that now it's also a good time to hire great talent, because the labor market is open, and so it's a good time to win great people. And on the opposite side, what's harder, I would mention first, if you want to win customers, customers are hesitant right now, so this is not a good time. And also on the venture capital side, so there's also a lot of hesitation on that side. So Munich became a very strong tech startup hub, especially in business-to-business business models. And this is because of this unique mixture of Munich with the great universities, with all these large established companies, and now also a very strong startup scene. So this is great. On the other side, there's also a lot to improve, and I think what we still lack is entrepreneurial top talents, so like André Schwemmlein from Flixbus, like Daniel Wiegand from Lilium Aviation. I think we need more female entrepreneurs and male entrepreneurs who are really willing to build great companies. A second point is that especially if you want to build very large companies, you need a lot of venture and growth capital, and we need more growth capital for these strong, fast-growing companies. And last but not least, we have all these great mid-sized companies, large companies, we have the startups, we have the university, we have the government, but it's now time to really work together, bundle the strengths we have and really think about the unique technologies and unique markets where our cluster can be different compared to other leading clusters in the world. I think a very important step for Munich to be leading in Europe and worldwide is really to focus on specific technologies. And we are, for example, already extremely well positioned in 3D printing, additive manufacturing. So we have great companies like EOS here, like Siemens, like GE Additive, and also a lot of startups like Dimension. So we have this cluster, and we should even strengthen these clusters. And so it would be wonderful to have maybe 5 to 10 very strong technology fields here in Munich, where we are world leading. So in the lockdown phase, personally, I really enjoyed doing FaceTime calls with my friends, family, and also with our friends abroad. So it was really an experience that by not only using the phone, but also the video calls, you really are closer to the people. And so I hope to continue this even after the Corona crisis. So what was the best advice? So I think it was don't be afraid, and yeah, start doing it. Let's go for it. So here in Munich, I think my biggest role model is Carl von Linde. And why Carl von Linde? So I think he's a great inventor with the ice machine. He's also a great entrepreneur. So he started a huge company, which is now one of the largest companies in the world. And he is also a great TUM professor. So a perfect mix. I really enjoyed, I think, from Mr. Harari, Sapiens. I think it's called A Brief History of Mankind.